In the last couple of years, digital finance in India has evolved to multiple levels and has got many solutions for the small business community. From collateral-free loans to AI-based credit score to UPI, digital finance has touched a significant part of MSMEs in India. To talk more on this, we have with us Nath Parameshwaran, Senior Director of Corporate Affairs at PayPal India. Hello, Nath. It's great to have you here.
Garima, thank you for having me on this platform and inviting me to share my views.
So I think the first and foremost question would be, maybe you can tell us how digital finance have transformed MSMEs in India, over the last couple of years. If you can share some examples, perhaps.
MSMEs now, when their entire life cycle is digital, with engagement to customers and also their suppliers and employees, okay, they have now figured out that not India is not just the only market for them. Once they are digital, the whole world opens up as a market. Okay, that's number one trend. As soon as they accept PayPal for on their online channel, whether it is a website, social media page, or on a marketplace, or through chat or email facility, they can reach 200 markets and 400 million users sitting in India. So if you take our Atmanirbhar Bharat vision of the Prime Minister, it is not just being vocal for local, but it is now we are truly able to take the local businesses global. Trend number two is that now as they grow their business both within India and now reach global, okay, MSMEs want access to capital, right? Timely loans. So they don't have time. So again, digital finance on one side is payments giving global access, okay, and also able to collect payments locally. Second trend is access to capital. Number of initiatives, a number of players, both government and private sector has come in to offer them timely loans, small value, very quick.
However, what are some of the challenges that still exist for MSMEs, issues that are yet to be solved?
So let's take exports, okay? The exporter now wants to go online, great number of tools available, okay? But how do they attract customers to their website? How do they get them to engage, right? What are the trends in those markets? That's number one. Number two is, okay, how do I get paid and protect myself from fraud? Which is where PayPal is helping them on the payment side. We make sure they are able to get money from 200 markets, 400 million users in whichever currency they want. Almost the payment comes to them next day into their bank account. Okay. And we provide them fraud protection and a trust mark. With PayPal there, most consumer will prefer to pay through PayPal to an Indian seller whom they don't know. So we are breaking this anonymity and building trust for them. Okay. So this is a challenge, but we are addressing it. Okay. Fraud protection and building trust between buyers and sellers. Okay. So that's one challenge. The third challenge they always have is, again, internal. Okay. They cannot employ the best digital talent. Okay, every digital talent in the market will want to go and work for a big IT company or some multinational, or do cutting edge work. Okay, so how are they going to get? So they have gone all digital. So how are they going to crack that puzzle, right? Which is an ongoing challenge for them.
Small businesses, mostly in smaller towns and hinterlands, they often carry a trust deficit when it comes to digital finance. So, do you see that being reduced and companies working on that, the deficit system, perhaps?
There is India and then there is Bharat. Okay. The products and services offered by the exporters or small businesses or MSMEs in Bharat is equally good, if not better, in terms of quality and everything. Okay, they're in high demand overseas as well. Okay, so people like PayPal and others, we build a trust mark and make sure that whichever Indian seller you may buy from as an overseas user, because there is PayPal, even if he sells from a small town up in Northeast or not recognized. Okay, the exporter will deliver the goods. Okay, it will be as he has described on his website, and if not, the consumers can approach us. Similarly, the exporters redressal is also available. Okay, so that is one way to build trust. The second is inherent in going digital. Okay, the trust is built because instead of dealing in cash, now you are collecting payments in your bank account, right? Your entire footprint is available MSME digitally. Your website is available, what you are selling to whom, what kind of products, right? All that is available. Plus, you have got everything else in the Indian market which you are paying digitally, whether your utility bills, your tax filing, everything. So you have a digital footprint which is now harnessed by new age technology providers or digital financial services providers. So we are able to make decisions, okay, on the risk and credit worthiness or the reputation of the merchant who's now visible online, and make better decisions, and that in turn unlocks a lot of opportunity for the MSME.
What are your thoughts on the account aggregator framework that was launched by RBI last year?
Account aggregator is again a step in the right direction. Okay, one, see, the end MSME or the user in this case is empowered. Okay, he's got a lot of information. Okay, but what account aggregator does is that the information is very valuable to certain service providers. Okay, to get the MSME receive some tailor-made products and services, right? Could be a loan. Account aggregator puts the user at the center and says that, oh, I want a loan, so with my consent, this information I am making it available through the account aggregator framework to one service provider or multiple. Now they are able to, as a service provider, again, to going back to our thing, right? Where merchant in rural India can also use this account aggregator framework, can publish on the network that this is my loan requirement, these are the documents I have in. It can be consumed by any service provider using this framework and quickly reach a decision, okay, without having to wait for 1 week of documents are print out karke bhejo and all that, right? So consent driven, user in control, he only shares that information which is necessary and is comfortable to service providers who can then consume it digitally and give him the service.
So, Nath, what are some of the upcoming features and trends in digital finance for MSMEs?
All MSMEs, number one, almost 80% of them, okay, our survey showed that they just don't want to sell only to domestic, they want to go international. Okay, trend number one, clearly 80%. So it's quite surprising. Okay, and it is one of their strategic focus. Okay, so they have seen the benefits in 2021 and 2020 of pandemic, while they face challenges, but going clearly online and digital and going international. Going international is number one. Number two, they are going to closely look at the entire spectrum of going international end to end, including payments as a core focus. Going omni-channel, website, social media, marketplace, payments partner. Okay, trend number two. Third is the cyber security and fraud protection. Okay, they are, if there is an area while they are growing, that's true for all of us, right? If we are spending all the time online, where do you think we can get cheated or defrauded, both as businesses and consumers? Online only. So how do you take care of cyber security risk and protect your website and your properties from any mischief? So that's trend number three. Fourth is trend number four will be platformization. Okay, they don't want to own these setting up websites, maintaining and all the digital assets. Okay, so if Indian startups or service providers can come and offer everything on a platform, okay, then they are going to go and they will move towards subscription based model, so that on demand they can kind of increase capacity if it is cloud. If they hire extra employees, then just pay that monthly subscription basis, the usage charges to the employee portal service provider, right? If somebody is offering them insurance for their business needs on a cloud, then it's going to be very easy. Similarly, payments or selling, everything, including customer service.
Yeah, I think this is it. Thank you for a wonderful conversation, Nath, and have a great day.
Thank you, Garima. And I would only end by saying that this is the best time for an MSME, especially the micro, to go digital, go faster, and go international.